Right now, your competitors are tracking your prices, stealing your leads, and downloading your data automatically. And if you asked any developer how they do it, they'd tell you the same thing. You need to spend 3 months learning Python, Beautiful Soup, and Selenium, or pay a developer $5,000 to build a custom scraper. But that is a flat-out lie. The coding landscape changed completely over the last year. The truth is, you don't need to know a single line of Python to build industrial-grade web scrapers anymore. You just need to know how to talk to the right code editor. Welcome back to The Truth of Tech. Today, we are breaking down exactly how to use Cursor AI to build custom, production-ready web scrapers, even if you've never touched code in your life. We're going to build a functional scraper that extracts data from dynamic websites, cleans it, and dumps it into a clean spreadsheet. But let's be brutally honest before we start. Most AI tutorials show you a flawless 30-second demo that breaks the moment you try it on a real website. Today, we aren't doing that. I am going to show you the exact micro-steps to make this work, the specific prompts you need, and the massive limitations of AI scraping, like anti-bot blocking and IP bans, that other channels completely ignore. Let's get into it. Step 1 is getting your hands on the right tool. Go download Cursor AI. It's a fork of VS Code, meaning it feels exactly like the industry standard editor, but it has large language models baked directly into its DNA. Once you open it, you don't need to manually configure your terminal or hunt down extension packages. We just need to create a blank workspace. Create a new folder on your desktop, name it my_scraper, and open it inside Cursor. Now, here is where everyone gets stuck when trying to code with AI: dependencies. Python needs external packages to talk to the internet. Instead of trying to guess what you need, hit Command+K right inside the sidebar. This opens Cursor's inline AI generator. Type this exact prompt. Create a basic project structure for web scraping using Python. Give me a scraper.py file and a requirements.txt file using modern, robust scraping libraries like Playwright or Soappeeding. Hit Enter. Watch the AI generate the files instantly. Now, why did I ask the AI to use Playwright instead of Boolean? Here is a truth most basic tutorials won't tell you. Most modern websites use React or Next.js. The data doesn't just sit in the raw HTML, it loads dynamically using JavaScript. If you use a basic scraping library, your script will return an empty file. Playwright launches a real, headless browser to load the page exactly like a human user would. Let's write the actual scraping logic. Open scraper.py. Hit Command+I to open Cursor's Composer. This is a multi-file editing AI that understands your entire folder context. We want to scrap an e-commerce page or a directory. Let's give Cursor a highly specific professional prompt. Do not just say, "scrape this site." Say this. Write a Python script using Playwright to scrape data from insert target URL. I need to extract the product title, price, and review rating. Ensure the script waits for the network to be idle before extracting elements to handle JavaScript loading. Handle pagination so it clicks Next Page up to 5 pages. Save the final output into a CSV file named products.csv with clear headers. Watch Cursor write the script. It writes the loops, handles the edge cases, and sets up the data formatting. This is the exact moment where 90% of beginner scripts fail. The AI is incredibly smart, but it cannot see the live website unless you give it the correct coordinates. It needs to know the exact HTML tags or CSS selectors where the data hides. If the AI guesses the selectors based on old data, your script will run, but it will extract absolutely nothing. Here is how you fix it without knowing code. Go to your target website. Right-click the data point you want, like the product price, and click Inspect. Look at the highlighted line of code in your browser's developer tools. Look for a class name or an ID. Now, go back to Cursor. Highlight the section of the code where the AI is looking for data, hit Command+K, and tell it, update this extraction logic. On the live site, the price is located inside a span tag with the class name price-tag-amount. Update the selector accordingly. Cursor will instantly rewrite the targeting mechanism. It takes 5 seconds, and it completely eliminates the guesswork. Let's run the script. Open the terminal inside Cursor and type python-scraper.py or hit the play button. And look at that, we hit an error. It says timeout error, or 403 forbidden. Every other YouTube tutorial cuts this part out to make the software look magic. But here is the brutal truth. Modern websites hate scrapers. They use Cloudflare, Akamai, or basic IP tracking to block automated bots instantly. If you run a raw script from your home internet, you will get blocked after 3 requests. How do we fix this inside Cursor? You don't panic. You simply copy the entire error code from the terminal, look at Cursor's chat sidebar on the right side, paste the error, and ask, "My script is getting blocked by anti-bot measures. How do we modify the Playwright setup to bypass this without writing complex code?" Cursor will give you the precise solution. It will usually modify your script to do 3 things. First, emulate a real user agent so the script looks like standard Google Chrome on Windows. Second, add random human-like delays between actions so you don't look like a rapid-fire machine. Third, turn off automation flags that reveal the browser is automated. If you are scraping a small local business directory or a simple blog, these AI adjustments are more than enough. But if you are trying to pull data from heavy targets like Amazon, LinkedIn, or real estate portals, even AI-optimized code will eventually hit a wall. To scale this into a real asset for your business, you will need to spend a little money on a residential proxy provider or a web scraping API. These services rotate millions of real IP addresses behind the scenes, making your scraper completely invisible to blocks. If you decide to go that route, you don't need a developer to integrate it. You just open Cursor Composer again, paste your proxy API key, and tell the AI, "Route all my Playwright requests through this specific proxy API endpoint." It will restructure the connection logic in a single click. Look at the output folder now. We have a pristine products.csv file, completely populated with live data, built without typing a single character of manual syntax. Cursor AI completely levels the playing field. It turns complex data extraction from a high-tier developer skill into a simple afternoon project for solopreneurs, marketers, and e-commerce owners. You don't need to learn Python. You just need to learn how to precisely direct the AI, manage the selectors, and bypass basic anti-bot structures. If you want to skip the trial and error completely, we have put together complete, production-grade web scraping code templates, advanced prompt chains, and full no-code automation blueprints over at istartfromzero.com. It's the exact framework we use to automate data extraction, lead generation, and competitive analysis without massive developer overhead. The link is in the description below. Stop pulling data manually, start leveraging AI the right way, and I will see you in the next breakdown.